Do you know what everyone thinks about toxic people? That they choose the weak, that they attack those who cannot fight back, that the problem lies with the victim, like you just need to be more confident, tougher. Total nonsense. Toxic people do not choose the weak. They choose those who feed them energy. And the scariest part is, you can feed a toxic person for years without even suspecting it. Today, we will discuss one simple fact that flips everything upside down. Toxic people attack because you give them something they cannot live without. Take that away, and they will disappear on their own, like starving dogs when the bowl is taken away. Stay until the end, because we will break down a phrase that you will say once, and the toxic person will understand that the game is over. You are feeding them. Here is what no one wants to tell you directly. Every time a toxic person attacks you, they aren't just having fun, they are eating. Literally feeding on your energy, your emotions, your attention. It works like a drug. The toxic person says something caustic. Your face changes. You start to defend yourself. And at that moment, a dopamine release happens in their brain. They felt power. They control your state with a single phrase, and they will come back for the next dose and the next, because you are the source. You think that staying silent and tolerating it is dignity, that not stooping to their level is strength. But to a toxic person, it is permission to continue. You are not to blame for the fact that toxic people exist, but you are definitely to blame for the fact that they continue to exist next to you, because you continue to feed them. What exactly are you feeding them? With attention, with explanations, with attempts to prove your worth. The toxic person casts bait, says something humiliating, and waits. What do? You grab the bait with both hands. You start explaining yourself, proving. And while you are speaking, the toxic person is sitting there smiling on the inside, because you just showed them three things. First, their opinion matters to you. Second, you aren't confident enough to simply tell them to get lost. Third, you are willing to spend your energy trying to get their approval. This is gold to them, pure gold. Or here is another way of feeding: availability. A toxic person treats you like a doormat, ignores your words, interrupts, devalues you, and you continue to be around, answering messages, agreeing to meet, giving them another chance. What does the toxic person see? That there are no consequences, that they can do whatever they want with you, and you will stay. Why should they change? They have you, a convenient, available energy source. If reading this hurts, it means we hit the mark. Hit the like button so this video is seen by those who are tired of being an energy source for toxic people. How to cut off the energy supply. Forget everything you've heard about setting boundaries and learning to say no. That works with normal people. With toxic people, it doesn't work. Toxic people do not respect boundaries. They test them. The only thing that works with toxic people is hunger. Stop feeding them. Abruptly, the toxic person casts bait, says something caustic. Before, you would start explaining yourself. Now, you look at them for 3 seconds and say, okay, that's it. 2 letters. No explanations. No excuses. What happens in the toxic person's head? Panic. Where is the reaction? Where are the emotions? Where are the explanations? I said something biting and he didn't even react. It's not working. The source is broken. A second attempt, a third. Every time they get nothing. No energy. The toxic person won't leave quietly. First, they will try to return you to the old behavior. They will become more aggressive. They will accuse you of changing, of becoming cold, arrogant, selfish. They will say that you are ignoring them, that you don't care about them. This is called an extinction burst. When the source of the reward disappears, the behavior intensifies at first. If you hold out, the toxic person will realize the source has run dry, and they will leave. Not immediately, they will check a few more times, but then they will disappear. How do you usually behave with toxic people? What helps? Share in the comments. Your experience will help others. Remember, we talked about one phrase. Here it is. When a toxic person attacks you again, demands explanations, pressures you, accuses you, you say, "I am not going to discuss this." This is a statement of fact. The toxic person will try to continue. You repeat, "I am not going to discuss this." Word for word, like an answering machine. It shows that the discussion is not up for negotiation. Toxic people don't know how to work with such confidence. They are used to people who defend themselves. When you simply state a fact without emotion, they have nothing to latch onto. Try it once. Whatever they say, whatever they do, repeat it. Look at their face. You will see confusion. Today we talked about toxic people, and in one of the next videos we will discuss how to outsmart a manipulator. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Toxic people are everywhere, but they cannot exist nearby without your participation. The task is not to defeat the toxic person, but to stop being their food.